another episode of Debate That, where we discuss relationships, social issues, pop culture, and much, much more. My name is Jay.
And I'm Nay.
And I'm Sean.
Nostradamus, what we got for today?
Let's have a little fun this week. Let's go with, how would you feel if your significant other lost in a fight in front of you?
Significant other lost in a fight?
Hold up. So is it so like my wife gets in a fight in front of me and get mollywopped?
Yeah, how would you feel?
We two ought to be fighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a hug and go home. I don't know what else she can
Crazy.
do.
You're gonna be like, yo, you better not ever bark at me again. Cause I'm gonna be petty and bring that joint up, eh?
And you're gonna be like, oh, you want to talk like that when you got your ass?
Listen, I'm gonna have to reanalyze me being with you.
Why?
Like, really, for a man? Like, really? Okay. Let me reel it back.
So hold up.
Was it a fair fight? Like,
Yeah, head up.
Did he?
One
you
on
know
one.
what I'm saying? Like, did he get jumped?
No,
So-
it's a head up.
No. It's a one-on-one fight.
What if it's like a big Debo?
But what if?
Wallace dude?
Yeah, like, what if it's like, David against Goliath? Although
David won.
David won.
Exactly. Never mind. No, then he ain't got no excuses. I'm sorry.
No. If it's a big brolic dude, right? And then like say if me and Sean, right, this big brolic dude out there, right? And it's a one-on-one head up fight. And Sean is like, yo, you gonna help? And I'm like, yeah, I got your back over here. So if it's a straight up fight and it's a big dude, I'm gonna just be like, yo, he got heart because he's about to get beat down.
Listen, real
That's
talk
all
though.
we do.
Yo, real talk. I'm gonna start really having to really question. For me as a woman, I want to know that my man can protect me, right? So
He might have just lost that one though, Nay.
like, really, yo?
But what if he
been
gets
that
the
one?
like run, and then he letting you get a head start, and then he get a lick in and take off. That's called strategy.
Yo, listen.
What kind of strategy is that, Jay?
Flight.
Listen.
What that's called.
Yo, ooh.
I don't think there's anything
So
wrong
Nate,
with
wouldn't you know whether or not your man can fight before you I'm not before you get with him, but I guess at some point in the relationship you would have to have some sort of confidence in him that he could protect you, right?
He might just talk tough.
Thank you. And that
So
makes me
that's the issue, too.
question. See, but
But
that
you
makes
never
me
know.
question.
I mean,
But
unless
now-
you get put in the circumstances, you'll never know. I mean,
But
unless
now at this point, I'm questioning everything. Because if you had all that talk about how you tough, and then I just watched you get your ass whooped.
So let's bring it back to what Jason said. If it's him and it's some big brolic dude, twice J size, right? 2-3 times his size, and your dude loses. Now, how do you feel about him losing to somebody as small as Jay?
what if Jay was an MMA fighter though?
Yeah. What if I was assassin like that dude that was about to beat up Kevin
But
Hart?
that's what I'm saying. Like, is it a fair? That's the first question. Like, I really need a question of, was it a fair fight?
But
you wouldn't know if he was an MMA fighter.
No, but I'm just saying though, what if you find out that okay, your dude he lost, but you know, you find out later that, you know, Jay had them hands registered. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? Are you gonna give him a second chance?
Guys, this is real sad. This is really sad. First of all, like, I don't know if I cannot not crack on you for the rest of our relationship. This might put a wedge in our relationship. Real talk.
So you would lose respect for him if he lost in a fight in front of you?
I mean, I just, you know, it's just not, I don't know.
And then she's going to be bringing it back up. You probably even say something about, oh, I'm going to go get that dude that whooped you last time.
That's how I'm going to look. This is exactly what I'm going to say. If my wife got spicy and she started talking trash, but watch out. I'm going to go get her.
Yo, you foul.
See, like, okay, you know, you want to show compassion, like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry, but like, really though, bruh, you let them whoop your behind and in front
of me. What if he's Debo big?
Look, hard only go so far.
And you looking at the situation and you see that there's clearly a disadvantage here. But
it wasn't a fair fight. That's what I'm saying, though. If it wasn't fair.
When has a fight ever been fair?
I mean, right. Listen, guys, I'm trying to come up with all the reasons for me just to not say, bruh. Okay.
Well, what if that's it? Like, okay, it's a dude 2 times bigger, right? Do you just be like, I like the fact that he tried?
You'll have to at that point.
I mean, like, you see the dude is clearly bigger than dude, and then
okay, all right. How y'all would feel if your girl's like, oh, babe, you tried?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
If she understood the disadvantage.
Maybe I'm not that compassionate on this subject line.
So you just want to be out there just whooping everybody.
Hell yeah.
He can't take no L's in front of you.
No L's.
What if your dude was a professional fighter fighting another professional fighter?
Well, that's easy.
That's a fair fight. Yeah,
it ain't always a fair fight.
Why not?
For the most part, it is.
You got your training just like the other person did their training. I don't, you know. You tried.
Just who wanted more?
Yeah, like, look, it was, you know, babe, that's all right. Next time around, you got this. It's different. So what if it's just different?
So what if he got knocked out though, and you heard him snoring? There's some videos out there. You go to World Star, YouTube, dudes be asleep.
Literally.
GTS,
go to sleep.
Hey, do you try to wake him up or you bring the blanket and be like, hey, let me lay the blanket over you.
Get him up.
I don't know, y'all. This one right here.
Nah, they be snoring too.
Man, out cold. If my wife got into a fight and got knocked out or knocked down, I'm just gonna pick her up and take her to the car, and we're gonna go home. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, it ain't nothing else I can do. I just walk up to the other chick. Good fight. I'm gonna pick up my wife, put her in the car.
You gonna pick her up on the floor?
So you're talking about like how when Debo hit homeboy when he took that bite?
Yeah.
And his dad was in the car with him and said, "Come on, let's go."
Exactly. That's what's gonna happen.
That's gonna be you.
What can I do? I mean, God. It's 2 women fighting. I can't do nothing.
Right. It's a little different, you know. Like, I just feel like my man's supposed to be my protector. So now I'm like, yo, what if it's overprotecting my life?
So hold up, because if he's fighting somebody big and gets knocked down, that's one thing. But what if he gets knocked down and makes like a noise, like he gets hit and he's like, and he falls out? Like, will you ever be able to?
Listen. This conversation at hand is very tough. This one is very, very tough.
So he better just pull out the pistol then at that point.
Yo, I think I would feel better for you to do that than to get knocked out.
No, you won't, because you ain't gonna go see him in jail.
She probably would.
How you know? Wait a minute. How do you know that I will not go see my man in jail?
How long would you hold it up? Because the story, a man goes to jail, after a certain period of time, most women, stop, they end it because depending on how long the bid is, or they start messing around with the homeboy.
See, you always got to say that. It's just, unnecessary.
But it's true. Why is it unnecessary?
You just always got to go in with the unnecessary. That is not my situation. That would never be my case.
So how long would you continue to go see your dude if he pulled out?
Sip on, brother. Sip on.
Homeboy, you got a fresh cut. I see you over there.
Oh, thank you. Courtesy of the gentleman right here, Sean, that hooked me up. Because
right below you on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't really know where he is. I think he's to the left, and the wall is to the left. So I didn't want to say anything, so I had to figure something out real quick.
So here's one for you, Nay, and Sean and Jay. What if your significant other was scared to fight and didn't fight? What if they bitched up? How would you feel about your significant other then?
That's even worse, yo.
It depends on the situation.
Did he come up with a good excuse?
It depends on the situation. If she ain't fighting.
See, it's different for a woman compared to the answers that I'm going to give for my man.
That's true. Like, if my wife got beat up or she got scared or whatever, I don't care. It don't bother me.
So you seen somebody outside with your wife and they had her by the hair and she's sitting on the ground and they holding her by a ponytail. What you gonna say?
You got her tracks lined up on the concrete. No.
I'm gonna be like, listen. It was a good fight.
Okay. See, here's the thing. As a woman, okay, hold up. As a woman, we look to our men for protection. That that I guess men look for affirmation too, but that protection mostly, that security. So that would be your answer. It's all right, babe. Like, it was a good fight. Let's just go home and wipe the blood that's pouring out of your head. But for me,
you go to the hospital at this point. That's
hospital, whatever you choose. But for me, with my man, I'm gonna be like, you want an ice pack? Like, babe, I'm sorry, but how did this happen? Like, how did you manage? Like, this is tragedy.
He slipped. That's what happened.
First and foremost, we're too grown to be fighting anyway. So at the end of the day,
hey, sometimes some people reckless.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
We are grown. We should be handling situations differently.
So what would set you off, Sean? At what point would you say, oh, you got to get these paws?
As far as what? Like me fighting?
Yeah, like what would make you say, yo, you crossed the line. There's no going back. There's no walking away. You got to get these paws.
I mean, the disrespect has to be on a totally different level. I mean,
100.
as far as Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not easily moved, but if you
Amen
do
to
move
that.
me, I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to feel it.
So
But
somebody comes
Right.
up and smack your wife on the butt, like right in front of you. Hey, hold up. They smack your wife on the butt and they be like, damn. What do you do? Because that level of
I'm gonna have
is 100.
I'm gonna have to be like Marshawn Lynch. I'm about to go through a motherfucking face. See, I envision. I wouldn't say I have anger issues, but if you get me there, it's not pretty because I already can visualize myself doing reckless stuff. So like I put stuff together and I can see myself like, damn, if somebody really did this, that, like how you just said, I really would try to go through their face. And I'm thinking like, okay, how hard would I really swing to really go through somebody's face? You know what I mean? What kind of damage would I really do? And this is stuff that randomly just pops in my head. Like, I mean, I haven't had a fight in a long time, but I mean, I try to stay prepared. You know, I'm pretty fit. You know, I got punching bag and stuff like that, you know, but I'd be kind of scared about that stuff because, like I said, I think I might kill somebody.
Yep.
And I'm not bragging on myself, but I just know that with all the aggression and things that may have been held in and stuff like that, that it's just it won't be pretty.
All right, so okay, let's check from a woman's perspective, right? Because as a dude, if that happens, you know, we trying to handle the situation. But as a woman, right? A dude comes smack you on the butt while your man standing there and be like, "Damn!" What do you say? What do you do?
First of all, I expect my man to have an immediate reaction. And if I have to react before my man, again, you're putting me in position to question this relationship that we have. You really are. And I have been randomly slapped on my behind from a random dude in the store. And
he just grazed you?
No. Immediately, he got whopped in his face.
By who?
Me. Who else?
Okay.
I was by myself.
Okay. Jersey in the house.
Okay, Layla. Look.
And it takes a lot for me to get to that position, but do not violate me.
I feel you.
Do not violate me. He was like, Dad, like, what's the deal? The next time you even think about doing that to a female, remember me. Period.
So that's like, you remember back in the day when you go to the club? I feel sorry for y'all girls because it was like at the one club we used to go to, it just there's the hallway, and if a woman had walked down that hallway, boy, it was all grabs. It was all.
So let me give y'all a story about that. This happened back in my college days, so it was a long time ago, right? But I'm gonna tell you a story about that because it was my one and only club fight.
You had a club fight, man?
It was a club fight.
Okay, Layla, go ahead.
So y'all got the camera on me, you know, I feel like, woo. Okay, I was in the club.
What club was this? Palladium, Volcano?
It was
Icon.
Back in Tallahassee. Name some clubs, Nostradamus. Name some of the clubs, Nostradamus.
The Moon, Chubby's.
That was the only two.
Baja's. Top Flight.
Okay, it was during homecoming week. I want to say it was Baja's. Nonetheless, I hope the homeboy, wherever you at, to this day, I remember that walk. All right. So we in the club.
What song was playing?
I don't even remember. I blacked out, but let me get there. I remember. I remember. We just got to the club. I ain't even had my first drink yet, right? me and my sister, we used to do like a nice little walk around the club to do like our little checkpoints, and then walk through the crowd to do our little checkpoints. And we kind of used to just kind of like dance our way through, you know. I feel somebody grab off of my hand, right? So I'm like, yo, did he really? Because I don't like being touched without permission. Okay, that's number one. So I kind of just brush, like, you know, you just kind of like, and keep on dancing your way around, right? I feel the same tug on my arm again. So this time I turned around. I said, yo, the first time you got dismissed, this is the second time you're getting dismissed. And then to my surprise, of course, he said, all right, you stuck up biatch.
Oh, really?
This is what the pussy boy did, right? He went like this and spit.
He's spitting in your face?
Yo.
So you say you want to romp with me?
Listen, romping is the last thing I was doing. Yo, I went mad. I lost it. I just remember I stuck him a few times in the face. Okay, I did. Stuck him a few times in the face. And then go tell him
to go suck his mother. Go suck your mother.
Listen.
You know how they be.
All I remember, yes, go suck your mother. All I remember is the security, the bouncer grabbing me up, and I'm still swinging on him. He grabbed me up and threw me over his shoulder and had to escort me out of that club. And I remember when he put me down outside, he was like, yo, I kind of like went like this, and he was like, yo, just chill. Because at that point, he knew I was going to try to run back in there. I just go like this, right? And I look in the crowd, and I see all these niggas just, on the dude. He got his.
So on the flip side, let's say you're somewhere with your significant other.
Listen.
And they win a fight. How does that make you feel?
Well, first
because I got a story. So we was in the club, graduation weekend, and I'm with I'm with my homie, his wife, their sisters. One of them had graduated, and the dude, there was a dude there with his cousin. One of the dudes was drunk, hollering at my homie's wife, and he's like, "Yo, she's off limits." So then he's like, "Okay." So then he turns and try to holler at one of the sisters. And he's like, "Yo, she's off limits." So now he gets mad. He's like, "Who are you? Why you holding all the women?" And so my homie's like, "Yo, chill. These girls are off limits, period. Like, you can say what you want, you could do what you want, but they're off limit." So his cousin tried to pull him away, but the dude was drunk. Now he's in his feelings. He gets in my homie's face, and he tries to make a move, but my homie ends up putting him in a chokehold, bringing him down, and just dragging him out the club and throwing him out himself. And his wife stood next to him that whole night, holding on to him like he was a trophy piece. Most hilarious thing I've seen.
That's a good feeling. You feel protected.
Yeah, why is that hilarious? That's what she should have been doing.
No, it's okay. It was hilarious just how proud she was at that moment. It's like, oh, this is my man.
Like, your man protected you. Of course. Of course.
So if your man won in a fight.
So to answer the question, if my man won a fight, I'm going to be very, very proud. And I'm going to let him know that night. Thank you. Thank you. I'll let him know that night. this dude right here, I think this is just hilarious.
Yes, it is.
Look here, man. If you're going to the club with ladies, I have a rule. Depending on who I'm going with, I better be going with some dudes who bout that. You know what I mean? Because, hell, if I go to the club with my wife, Jay, like I said, I just have a rule that I need to be with people I know who going to support. You know what I mean? Who's gonna be able to get busy because you already know where you're stepping into. So regardless, okay, I'm about to put myself in this situation because dudes are mad disrespectful.
They really
so regardless, if somebody pop off, I better be around some cats who ready to rock with me. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I ain't going. And I done shut down some situations. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because I know you ain't about to get down like that. And you about to set me up. You know what I mean? To where I'm stuck. You know what I mean? So I don't even play that.
Here's the thing.
That night when I was in college and I got into that fight in the club, immediately as I stepped out of the club, the first thing I did was call my man. And I'm watching this dude, you know, in a big old brawl that was set off by his foolishness in the club. And as soon as he hit that parking lot, my man and his boys was in the parking lot waiting for him. Period.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a funny story though.
Period.
This is back in the day when Palladium was jumping. You know, Super Sunday nights. So, you know, I pull up out there.
I'm loving this.
I pull up.
No, Palladium.
And I was driving at the time. And I had some of my homeboys in the car. And I was just like, all right, we in a parking lot going through, it's mad cars, traffic, you know, people basically parking lot pimping. So we ain't even going to club. We just went there, you know, club was getting ready to shut down, people come out. So, you know, you hanging around out there like that. Dude sitting there on a convertible and he driving, no shirt on, tatted up. He's sitting on the door of the car as he's driving this car, right? And it's a like old school hoopty. And it's bumper to bumper in the parking lot. So the dude, he hits my car, like he taps my joint. Like I said, he's sitting on the door driving the car. He taps my door, and not my door, but the bumper. So I'm like, my cousin is in the parking lot as well. He with one of his homeboys, and you know, they stayed, you know, strapped up or whatever, and they're well known and crap. But the dude hit my car, and I'm sitting in the driver's seat like, hell no. Cause the dude looked me dead, and he looked me in my face like, what? So I'm looking around, and I'm seeing all the cats in his car, and I'm like, nah, ain't happening. So I'm gonna let it ride. I'll check when I get to the house. I ain't even gonna mess with it right now. I'm gonna just say and act like it ain't even happened. You know what I mean? So I saw my cousin and his homeboy. I was like, yo, this dude just hit my car. I was like, I'm out. I'm about to bounce. I was like, yo, because at that point, like I said, with the dude, he's sitting there and he just looked you dead in your face. Like, yeah, I know I just hit your car. What? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm outnumbered. I gotta go.
That was smart.
It be them situations like that to where you just gotta be aware of your surroundings. Your
battles.
For real.
So that's
you stay on the swivel.
Your battle.
So that's the same thing. So if you're in that situation, right? I mean, seriously now, because I've been laughing the whole podcast. But if somebody walk up, first off, people like Nay, your wife, my wife, they're pretty women. They get you in trouble, right?
I can't help how I look.
Yeah.
Jay, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that even took place in London when I went for my sister-in-law's wedding. We went to London and went to the club where they was having her bachelorette party and had to show up, and then the dude was drunk, giving all of the girls a hard time. And me and my brother-in-law and them stepped up in there, which, you know, Mo, the one you met. Mm-hmm. And of course, Alan and we all was at another location, but we went over here to, you know, meet them at the club just to like pop up. Cause it was supposed to be their own little thing, whatever. But yeah, I'm like, yo, we in London. It's whatever. Get in there, already got problems. And I'm across the water at this point. So it's like, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing. I was like, yo, they ended up kicking homeboy at the club, but he was just pressing them. He was drunk. But like you said, when you're in them situations and you got pretty ladies and you know you have to step up to protect, I'd rather not put myself in them situations because it ain't going to be pretty.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But if
like, and see, and when you look at the situation, you be like, yo, and then you look around and homeboy's brolic, and he got like 4 other brolic dudes with him. So do you put yourself in that position where you go at dude, right? So you got to go at the one that caused the problem. So you go at him, but you know that these other 3 are coming. So what do? Like at that
make
point,
make sure you with the right people.
Huh?
Make sure you with the right
people. You pick and choose
that you know going to throw them things with you. Otherwise, hey,
I don't even go play basketball unless I'm going with people.
With the right people, right? Because you know people be hotheads.
You know that you get out there and it'll pop off. You need your people. I don't go play by myself. I don't do that. I go with people. For that reason, I guess, you know, being raised in the hood automatically. Like you roll in a group. If you go into the club, you don't go by yourself. You go in a group because you may need backup. I mean,
correct.
But in those situations, okay, Nate, is the brolic person and you got 3 brolic dudes and you over there like, oh, he touched my butt and did X, Y, and Z, and dude is looking like there's 1, there's 3. I know if I hit this dude, these 3 are gonna jump in. I'm by myself. If he chooses to exit stage left, take you and leave, would you look at him differently?
You better not.
I think at that point, I clearly can see it wouldn't be a fair fight. I see that myself. So
that's why when I go to the club, I hold up the wall, brother.
We picking and choosing. I mean, but I bet like I love to club with my man, just me and him. We don't need a, you know, that's a date night. We going clubbing. I've done that plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? So in those instances, your boys isn't with you. So you gotta kind of like pick and choose your battle. At the same time, with you picking and choosing your battle, in certain circumstances, you are still protecting your woman. You're like, yo, I ain't got my boys here. Right.
But
I mean, is that
it's been some times though when I seen things pop off in the world we live in, people just want to get, hey, they fighting. Let me get some licks in there real quick. Don't even know what's going on. They don't know who the person is. But guess what? They play the right song. You know what I mean? Back in them days when your boy Master P-Num was burning up them charts.
You and you're sipping your tea.
Hey, you know that track, Jay? And Nostradamus, I know you know that track.
Jay don't know that track. But you know I know that track.
Cause I'm down for them.
Oh, I know that track. Come on, see, brother.
They don't know the No Limit tracks, man. You know I know.
That's a straight up fight song in the club. And then you got your we ready. We ready. What's up?
All right, so Nostradamus, this is for you. Since you always have all these questions for us, this is for you. What would you do?
Tell him, Nay. Do it like this, Nay. What would you do?
What would you do?
He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight.
What would you do if you lost that fight? What you gonna go home and tell your wife?
Oh, if I lost a fight in front of my woman, I'm gonna tell her she gotta leave me, man, because I can't protect her.
But they're gonna look at Nam and be like, Nam, you don't look like a threat. You can just switch it up on him real quick and act like he don't even speak English.
But see that. But see, that's the thing. Like most times, real recognize real, right? So most times, the people who's trying to start fights with somebody can't really
They already
fight.
know.
You know what I mean? The ones that know you could get down, they're gonna try to diffuse the situation because it can either end badly for you or it could end badly for me. You know what I mean? One way or another. But the ones that keep popping off, my wife would be proud of me that day. You know what I mean? Because somebody about to get their shit split. That No Limit song gonna come on, Sean, and it's gonna be
you already know.
Be on and popping.
You already know. Them cats used to be up in the middle of the joint, jumping around, and like I said, it never failed. The boys started throwing them things, and next thing you know, club closed.
If it was my wife too, though, like if it was some chicks that was bothering her or whatever, like I wouldn't want my wife to fight, even if I thought she could win. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I wouldn't look at her any differently if she didn't fight. You know what I mean? Because to me,
it's different. It's different. Like a woman.
You're not looking for a lady to really throw them hands, but you want her to be, aware. But at the end of the day, you ain't really looking for her to whip out the Vaseline, take off the earrings and all that craziness like that. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Whip out the razor and start slicing. You know what I mean?
Unless of course she got like gunshots and dog bites, then you know that she about that fight. You.
You're right. She might be about that life.
Definitely, there comes an age where a woman should be able to ever so gracefully lace somebody up with their tongue. And that's what I'll do in my age now. I'm not going to fight nobody, but I'll ever so gracefully lace you up with this tongue. Disrespect me. Press the red button. Go right ahead. I will hurt your feelings. I will hurt your mama feelings. I will hurt your grandmother feelings. Everybody will feel it. Everybody will feel it. Everybody.
Well, Jesus.
She said she giving $1.50 to the face with her tongue.
Everybody will feel it.
She done turned into what's homeboy name from the movie Belly?
No, that's Lennox.
Why everybody always want to talk about Belly?
That's Lennox, but she turned into a homegirl, Keita. What's her name? Keita. Shorty who he sent out there to do his dirty work.
Yeah, she went.
Actually, no, she the one who killed my man.
Era.
Oh God.
That was the movie when that movie came on
back in the day.
And they had Soul to Soul.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Steady. Are you ready?
Oh man, y'all was looking at the wrong stuff.
Huh?
We saw
the wrong stuff.
No, we saw Keisha in there.
Yeah, I was so infatuated with Keisha.
I think everybody was. That chocolate was shining in the black and white scene.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
She over there looking like she just swam in Crisco. She was.
Hey, you wasn't in mine though. You just
I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset. But anyway, final thoughts. What's y'all final thoughts?
Go ahead.
I got no final thought.
Final thought is we're too grown to be out here fighting. But guess what? In the words of my homeboy, in some cases, people ain't throwing them hands nowadays. But like my homeboy say, that iron to get your mind right. So you got to be prepared in all cases, and stay on the swivel. Don't put yourself in them predicaments. You know what I mean? Especially if you know what can pop off.
I got a final thought. When you go, we stay out of the clubs because anything from Atlanta South gonna get you beat up. There it is. Anything from Atlanta South, you got Tennessee, you got Memphis, and you can come on over to Atlanta, and then you go down to Miami, and then you go over to Texas. Anything in there, see, New Orleans is right there too. Anything in there will get you hurt when them songs come on. That's my final thought. Bye.
Hey, real quick though, I would like to, of course, send my condolences to my brother from another. His grandma passed. Ms. Parks, rest in peace. Jay, on your side with the wifey, I send my condolences as well. May God bless their souls. They live long, prosperous lives, and I'm sure they're going to be looking over. So I want to send love out to everybody.
And let's clear that up real quick. My wife didn't pass.
Oh.
No.
Grandmother passed. So thank you.
Did I say that wrong?
He was like,
oh, I just said, I didn't want to leave him. I said I said Jay on your side.
Oh, okay. But then you said your wife. And then no, not my wife. But
no, his wife didn't pass. Her grandma passed as well.
Her grandma passed. Yes.
So condolences to the families. Much love and peace and respect and all of that.
I will pass that on, my brother. Nay, what you got?
For my future, for my future bae, okay? Please, please don't put yourself in a position to get cracked on. Just don't put yourself.
You said for your future who?
To my future bae.
Your Boaz.
Don't put yourself in the position to get cracked on, babe.
Don't you put him in that position.
Please.
Come on, let's go to the club.
That's true. Let's go to the club by ourselves.
Let's go to the Black Culture Lounge. That's an old school spot.
Ooh, dang.
Where they used to bang on the walls when them tunes come on.
I don't remember that spot. You guys are a little older than me.
You would have but you would have loved it though. It's Jamaican. It was a Black Culture Lounge. But they play that.
You got something on your shirt. Oh, that's she's so young.
Similac.
Hey, get that Similac. Get that Similac right there.
Got some milk.
I take it back. Your haircut isn't dope.
I feel myself. Hey man, take us out, Nate.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us on another episode of Debate That. So what do y'all think? If your significant other lost the fight, what would you do? Now go debate that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and support. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Yeah. You see the loot, and I see the pain. You call it chaos, but we marching for change. You bring up the black on black violence and neglect the reasons that's behind it. Let's talk about cause and effect, but you ain't ever bring up that yet. America was built on slavery, so we never seen a common ground. Things ain't never been equal when the law still got us bound. Just think in 1964, we had to use the back door. Too close to still feel pain. Take a trip down memory lane. But one thing for certain, my people are hurting. I'm seeing the beauty, you seeing the circus. When we scream out Black Lives Matter, that don't mean that we don't value yours. It's just our house is on fire, so just pass us the water. We gotta fight until we win. We want justice, nothing else I wanna live. We gotta fight for our kids. So don't think we giving up until we get it. Oh, we gotta hold on. All we gotta do is stay strong. So we gotta hold on. No matter what it takes, let's stay strong. You just gotta hold on. We want justice, nothing less, we standing strong. I'm telling you to hold on. Yeah, I'ma let you know that everything will be Take a look at yourself, understand who you are. I see a black king, I see a black queen. Don't be ashamed of your scars. Spreading the love of your family, praying for peace for your sanity. Take a look at yourself, your skin is your wealth. Lean on your brother for help. Everything's happening is breaking me down, but seeing the unity's picking me up. Feeling this weight of this gravity, but can't let them damage my sanity. Been using this love, we gotta hold on. All we gotta do is stay strong. So we gotta hold on. No matter what it takes, let's stay strong. You just gotta hold on. We won't justice, nothing less, we standing strong. I'm telling you to hold on. I'ma let you know